This is Hemi, 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 Hemi. Right. Right. Yeah. What's up, man? Big time flex, I put it down, yeah, we cash get. You got a new nigga, boo, if they asking. And now your old nigga about to be a has-been. His and her fly, meet me down to Saks Fifth. Diamonds colder than the aspens, filled with carrots. Got me studying your body until I master it. Real one, I'm a real one, lame swaggerless. Dick game, watch you scream my name like a parrot. Spinning like propellers, bitches jealous, I can tell it. New Mar jealous, back dropping like I'm careless. I put my hammer out on him, I'ma nail it. Never had a 9 to 5, whole life selling. Phone get the ringing, ain't the money, then it's you. I don't give my number, pull up bumper, something blue. Lady in the street, she a freak in the bedroom. But like Shaq in the Civic, I need leg room. If a hater disrespect, gotta give it to him. Give me love, baby girl, I'ma give it to you. Hate a fake bitch, see-through X-ray. Ain't 5 minutes, feeling like payday. That boy Hemi burning up like an ashtray. I talk dirty, but the dick clean cascade. She get the blessing on the guard, Ash Wednesday. Kick it like a sensei, think we got a bomb. 20 on the arm, loose in my arm. Right. Oh man. Hemi. Right. Hemi. Got my cake up on the wake up, cheese grits and some fish. Go and get your nails done while I hit a lick. Ain't shit changed but the change in my bitch. Ride with a nigga full tank in the Benz. My last bitch bounce, I was shooting in the gym. Now nigga up 20 M's and she sick. You don't wanna be her, show a nigga love. Let me know what's up, all them other bitches dub. That's for real though, no Bobby D, Valentino's on the hills though. Red sticks, Cardinals for the bill though. Chicken saute straight up off the grill though. Hit me with the ill flow, swag iller though. I ain't laying up, baby, that's a finger roll. I'm at the table all day like a dinner roll. And if you hungry, then I'm hungry too. We can skip the day straight, do what we can't do. Hemi.
Listeners, what it do? Once again, Shotgun, I'm back in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? Different Perspective Podcast. That Jodeci loop, you know what I'm saying, got me going, man. Shit taking me back to 92 when that shit dropped that summer. I never forget, you know what I'm saying? That's the summer I left New York for real. But my man, Dave, you know what I'm saying, Most in Black. What up, nigga? That nigga came through with that joint. It was like, yo, check this out. This them Forever My Lady niggas. I never forget that shit. And that was an aha moment, man, in hip hop, man. That shit was dope when that shit dropped. But yeah, man, y'all know I love hip hop. I ain't gotta tell you that. That's why I'm here doing what I do. But you know, growing up where I grew up, man, in the Bronx, man, hip hop was embedded. I was birthed in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Prospect Avenue. You know, I come out my building, I go to the right 2 blocks. You know, it's the Ranch, Busy B. You know, I go to the left to Freeman Street right there. You know what I'm saying? It's Lil Rodney C. You know what I'm saying? Down the street from there, down Freeman or Chisholm, you know, Jazzy Jeff. I mean, like, hip hop was around me. Hip hop was what I was born into. Hip hop was, we didn't even know it was a culture. It was just what we did. It was how we lived. You know what I'm saying? Like, my hood was legendary for that. Like, niggas watching Wild Style, like the club, the Dixie, that's from the hood. You know, all them little scenes in Wild Style, they was shooting in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And for the young niggas that don't know, go Google Wild Style, man. It's first hip hop movie, man. You know, we from that. And I'm saying all that to say, well, shout out to all those blocks, Prospect, Freeman, Lyman Place, you know what I'm saying, Chisholm, Boston Road, you know, Tenton, Union Ave, you know what I'm saying, Home Street, you know what I'm saying, motherfucking Ritter Place, you know what I'm saying, Union, Bristol, all that, you know, all that's my area, man. And yo, it's coming full circle because my man that I got on the show today, the guest that I got, is my nigga Hemi, you know what I'm saying? Humble Hemi, hashtag it, you know what I'm saying? My man Hemi, he doing his thing. He from the same hood I'm from, you know what I'm saying? He just came up maybe 20 years later than I did. Same hood though, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the tradition going. And y'all see him out here doing this thing, man. He got the joint with Rich Boy a few years ago to, you know, break the pot. Now you see him out here running around with Jeremiah, you know, Jim Jones, you know what I'm saying? Whoever, you know, you see him on Instagram, Capone, or, you know, whoever, the nigga doing this thing, man. He out here with all your favorite artists, and what you don't realize is that he's your favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? He a songwriter, he a producer, you know, all the above, man. Dope MC, you know what I'm saying? He got the mixtapes out there, you know what I'm saying? In My Bag, you know what I'm saying? Off the Muscle. Y'all know who I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Hemi, you know what I'm saying? He gonna take y'all on the journey, man, you know what I'm saying? Life took him in a lot of different directions just to get him back on course of where he going, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna let him get into that, man. Hemi. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention,
Lucid
please?
Network presents a Different Perspective podcast. You're now tuned in.
So don't compare me to another. I'm different. So don't compare me to another. Cause they can't hang.
Boi Hemi in the building. Bronx native, what's good, man?
Chillin', man. Shot what it do, baby.
I hear you, man. Yo, you got a lot of big things popping. You know what I'm saying? See you out here with a lot of making a lot of power moves, you know what I'm saying? So what you got cracking right now? I know your first mixtape, you know what I'm saying, was that joint you had hosted by Big Ben, right?
Yeah. Well, to even start, man, I got a bunch of stuff going on. How would I start this?
Shit, start from the beginning.
I guess it's a part of the journey of where what may look like what it looked like now, what I may strike a audience now, I guess is way more put together than what it is as I struggled when I started. So, you know, I would like to say, you know, shit, this is still hard. You get what I'm saying?
No doubt.
This is the beauty of it. This is what brings to separate the savages from the rabbits. You get what I'm saying?
No doubt.
How bad you really want this. So for me, a lot of the stuff that people see social media wise, music wise, sometimes I become a fan of my own hard work. I like to look back and see my journey like, damn, all right. Or how me and you are even speaking right now prior to the interview starting, and the roots will go back. Like, you just never know who's watching. You never know who's paying attention. You never know where family could stem from. So musically, for me, music was the easiest part. You know what I'm saying? For me, that was the easiest part. I actually went to school for music. That was the first thing I actually learned as a kid before baseball, basketball, football. You know what I'm saying? First thing I was handed was a recorder.
That's what's
not
up.
A baseball bat, not a basketball, not a football. It was a recorder. So I want to say, you know, as I grew, I guess I had to find my purpose in life and, you know, what my calling was from God and what I was actually naturally gifted at, which was the music. So, of course, you know, I hit a bumps and roads just like anybody else, you get what I'm saying? And still hitting those roads and bumps. So it's just a journey thing, man, and shit. I got so much to say, I don't even know where to start.
One thing I'm going to say is, and I know you can attest this to your success, which you only scrape the surface of your success at this point, you know what I'm saying? But you are a workaholic, my nigga. You get out there and you grind. You grind harder than any other new artist I see. You see what I'm saying? I give you that much. You on your grind.
I mean, once again, that just comes within the savage. I heard no before. I still get no's. That's the one word I hate. No.
Right. And you can't take
Nobody
no.
want to hear no. Yeah, I can't take no. I would want to say I'm a sore knower or a sore loser or something in that sake. Like, I hate to hear no. I hate to be overlooked. I hate when people go around me. I know how hard I work. Also, I'm not a sucker. I'm not a hater. I know when it's time to push my pen. I know when I'm not the brightest person in the room, the smartest person in the room, the hottest artist in the room, whatever you want to call it. I know. Yeah. So that's a part of artistry too, knowing when to chill out, turn the off switch off.
No doubt.
All right, this ain't my platform right here. Let me chill out. Let me learn. Let me sit. Let me observe. Let me hear what's going on.
So let's walk through some of that journey, man. Let's walk through, you know what I'm saying, from the start of the struggle to where you at right now. You know what I'm saying? How you started go ahead and gaining your, you know what I'm saying, notoriety and all that.
Well, I was in Rice for basketball. I was pretty good in ball. I went to Rice High School for ball.
Right.
And I got kicked out of Rice High School my sophomore year. when I got kicked out of school, you know, everybody was just on my case so hard. Like, how could you get kicked out of Rice? Most people can't even get in that school. Like, you idiot. So it took a moment of bashing and embarrassment that I had to be real with myself with. It's like, they not trying to play me. They telling me what's real. At first, you know, I'm younger then at the time. I'm taking it the way it's dished off. Man, fuck you. Whatever. Until I realized as I grew older, you know what? Hey, right. That's when I knew nothing's more expensive than a missed opportunity.
No doubt.
That's when things of that nature started to kick in. So when I got kicked out of Rice, I went to Ohio. Couldn't play ball. I was strike one of God taking the privileges or something that's, you know,
meant something to you from you.
Yeah, and not even that. Something that's really not as important as the things we really need in life. That's just the sport.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you take that away, I didn't understand it. I was just out here in the streets running around bad. You get what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my man Kev. Kev was my older bro, Kev. He passed away. He was the DJ on our block at the time. So as a kid, I would come out when I'm suspended by school and stuff like that. You know, I would see them, the older guys, whatever. I would go to him to his house, whatever, and watch him DJ. Just little stuff. And at that time, the DJ circuit was like the rap circuit. You really had to be nice. So my bro had the Kool-Aid flavored joint that went to 7 Boulevard. I remember clear as day going with him after he put the tape together. We went over there to 7 Boulevard where they were selling the mixtapes at the time, the Clue tapes, Desert Storm, Show Me the Money, all the Funk Master Flex, Doo-Wop, Cool Kid. Whoever was hot at the time, E-Kim dropping mixtapes. And I remember clear as day, the first day Kevin dropped the tape, we met DJ Clue.
Right.
Now, I already knew who Clue was as a kid, you get what I'm saying? Whatever growing up, but that was just like monumental for me, seeing him being able to, you know, shout outs to Clue, and more importantly, shout outs to Kev. Rest in peace one more again. You know, he kind of
talking about Kev Hitman.
Yeah, Kev Hitman. Yeah, he kind of showed.
For those that don't know, I named Kev Hitman. That's my little brother, man. I named him Hitman.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, rest in peace, Kev.
Me and DJ wise, as far as just seeing hot mixtapes and hearing other rappers, he put me on Children of the Corn.
No doubt.
And how I know of McGruff and Big Al and Mace before all of the regular, normal, you know, notoriety things for them guys. And so, you know, that was a part of the journey of getting into hip-hop. All right, you know, a little bit. So from Ohio, I had went to school. I moved to Texas. And that was like a life changer as well, because the route I was going in New York, I would have even been in a worse situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I went out to Texas, and I was on my own. All that shit, I guess I was thinking I was doing as a kid, fucking up, thinking I knew it all. All took me right in a position to use shit. Boy, was that hard, going out to Texas on my own, no parents, no friends, not knowing nothing. All you know is basketball.
No doubt.
That was the only thing to keep me sane. So Texas has returned me to a man overnight.
I feel you.
So, you know, everything's a blessing. You know, you take the good with the bad. Had I been in New York, I probably wouldn't be as equipped.
Right.
You know, mentally as a man as I would when I went out to Texas and had to live on my own, paying rent, no food in the refrigerator. Me and my niggas arguing over one pack of noodles that's left. Nigga, you knew that was mine. Be hungry. Survival of the fittest. You get what I'm saying? I got to walk to school. Shouts to Permian. I went to Permian, the same school from Friday Night Lights.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, Odessa Midland. Shouts to Odessa Midland, man. Texas, West Texas, my second home, man. Man, there's so much stuff going on out there. But that's where I was at after I left New York. And I remember playing in a tournament out in Dallas. And we played in some tournament. And they let the whole school out to see this one game. And that was part of how I would start to see, family counts.
Yeah.
This nigga mom's here, his father here, his sister here, his aunt here. They let the school out for this whole damn game. Anywho, we did well. I had met Red Spider. He was Little Flip's producer at the time.
Right.
Out there. TJ Ford played. Danny Ewing played. There was a bunch of guys that moved on to the NBA, went Texas, All-American dudes. And we just linked. They knew I wasn't from Texas off rip. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we just kind of linked, and I linked up with Red Spider, and we keep in touch. So shouts to my bro Jake out in Texas. my bro Jake. I got some stuff out in Texas I'm gonna introduce real soon too. But I used to rap for my homeboy Jake. My homeboy Jake out in Texas, they used to try to play me. Rest in peace, T Money. He used to tell me, "We from Texas, we driving Polos, not Lexus." He used to try to play me. So every Friday after the football game, they used to like freestyle out in Texas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I finally said my first little freestyle in there, but it was a rap from a mixtape from New York that I know they wouldn't know.
Yeah.
It was just the competitive nature in me. I ended up saying that it was lit. I ended up start saying hooks and everything from the beginning. You get what I'm saying? But
no
I was unaware this was God, you know, pushing me into a form, and you know,
right.
I was unaware that.
And you ready?
Yeah, it was unaware. So out there, I would do like intros on my homeboy's mixtape out in Texas. They would love my accent, my energy.
Right.
We would do shows, start as a hook. When I got back from Texas to New York, I had my license, I was driving, had a couple dollars on me. I was ready for war when I got back to New York. I used to call myself D Gotti. I used to think I was Irv Gotti because I would take the people from my neighborhood who was hot.
Yeah.
The way Kev taught me, bringing people around. Take the people from my neighborhood around who was hot. I was driving, I was young. I was the way to get people off the corners and in the hood in my hood. I had the license. I had the car. We riding around, going to Long Island, all kind of stuff. Long story short, it started from a hook to own rap. I just always had to drive. That's where the name Hemi came from. Slowly but surely did it, you know, down the line. But I just always had to drive I'm not standing in one spot.
Right.
Every time I stood in one spot, I got cold or some devil work happened. I'm not standing in one spot. So that's kind of like a gift and a curse with me. I can't sit still, bro. I can't sit. I have to work. Because you see, I called you 9 in the morning.
That's right.
This was like 12 or after 1. I probably wouldn't respond to late tonight or early again tomorrow morning because it's just like I'm rapping, I'm trying to find it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I understand the grind.
Bro.
What time you hit me? You know, I'm like an hour behind you, but you hit me. It was like 6 something this morning. I hit you right back. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm up too.
My bad.
It's right. No. It's good. It's rise and grind. I was up already. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I like about you. I told you the hardest working man in show business right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and I ain't mad at that.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
So from there, when I got back to New York, you know, I would start putting it into my stuff. Then I started this little thing called Around the Block Records, me and my homeboys. Yeah. And that was like my first mixtape, actually like printing up CDs and whatever. I did a lot of work with my boy A Maze. A Maze went to St. Augustine with me along with Amadeus. That's I don't know if y'all know if Amadeus is a producer.
Yeah, I know you talking about. You fuck with Bad Boy, right?
Yeah, we all was in St. Augustine, which is a musical program. So that's where, you get what I'm saying? If you look back, it's a little clip, Something Within Me by St. Augustine School of the Arts, South Bronx. Yeah. You see, I was up doing stuff at 7 years old.
No doubt.
You see the teachers passing me saxophones and stuff at 12 years old. So once again, just to look back into that and see the growth and damn, you really still into music. When you miss so much of your life trying to figure out who you are as a person, as a man, when your calling was actually in front of you.
Right.
It is what it is. We human, you know what I mean? So you keep it going. So I dropped a mixtape in New York, Around the Block, and that was kind of like the introduction to the neighborhoods or my area. I got some shit. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, all right. Yeah. And then, I had a couple dollars. I was driving. All that played a role in the success of, going to Texas and falling on the ground to be able to know how to get up and walk. And that was all of that coming back into New York. When I got back to New York, I was 10 times ready. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Long story short, I linked up with my boy Raj. He was over there working at Atlantic at the time.
A&R, right?
I Hater for Maino. Yeah, A&R dude. He produced a lot of stuff. We started working together through my boy Gray Rizzy. Shouts to both of them. We worked, how did that start? Did the mixtape come first or that mix first? Anywho, me and Raj was working at the time. And it was a bunch of stuff we was working on. Rich Boi, he had signed Rich Boi to E1 Records.
Right.
And he called me up and come to the studio, whatever. I go to the studio up there in Jersey City, and Rich Boi came. And it was weird and interesting at the same time when Rich came, because you know, like I said, I got plenty of stories I could tell where people were higher magnitude of Rich. I still felt like I was a bigger star than them.
No doubt.
I'm explaining that right.
I know
So
what you mean.
when Rich came in the studio, I met Rich. Rich was kind of interesting. That was one of the first times and few times that I didn't feel like that nigga.
Yeah.
It was just something. It was something about him where I knew once again I had to turn my on switch off. I explained earlier. I knew, I don't know what it was.
You just had to fall back.
Or something in it. I had to fall back.
Yeah.
He had me beat for whatever reason. And man, Rich is one of the realest niggas I met in this shit, man.
No doubt. And shout out Rich.
Me and Rich, shout out to Rich, man. Shout out to Mobile. Rest in peace, Dope B.
Because that's the ironic thing, you know, I'm in Alabama, so you know what I'm saying, I fucks with him. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, outside of Alabama, if you're in Alabama right now listening, the way Rich Boy used to hit in New York, like Throw D's was the way we love Migos today in the hot art. You know what I'm saying? Like when Throw D's used to come on in New York, forget about it. That record played 5 times every night in the club. Where the money was at. So Rich and Abiad, he a nigga. He's a platinum artist at the end of the day.
No doubt.
That's a platinum artist. So I met Rich, and the interesting with Rich is we worked in the studio maybe like a week or so. Me and Rich ain't speak till like the 3rd day.
Word.
Interesting. Maybe till like the 3rd, 4th day. So I don't know what it was. I guess, you know, he was all the way from Alabama.
Yeah.
I don't know how I guess he's trying to fill us out or beat the vibe. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? And somebody had knocked on the studio door one day, kind of crazy. I guess he seen the way I ran to the door and answered the door, how I handled that situation, how they banged on the door.
Yeah.
He started fucking me. Oh, Hemi, I like how you handle that type shit. Like, yo, I want to hear your shit. So for the 3 days in the studio, he never heard my music. He was just there creating, trying to find vibes. You know what I mean? I would just pop up when I knew they was there. You get what I'm saying? So anywho, the more I was there was the more he started to fill out who I am as an artist or as a person, I guess. He just came out, yo, I want to hear your stuff. I said we did a little freestyle first. It was at the end of my first mixtape. Me, the boy Ice shot the Picasso out in Alabama.
No doubt.
They're on it too, because he came out with Rich Boy. So on the mixtape, they're on the freestyle. Once he heard me rap on the freestyle, how I handled the situation at the door, he wanted to hear more about my shit. Yo, let me hear your shit. And then Raj came back and talked his shit. Raj came back, put my shit up. And the interesting thing with Rich, you know, Rich just had this aura about him, bro. It's just like the way he moved was just so. He didn't say too much. He said just exactly like it's just something about him. He just know how to move. It was just I learned a lot from Rich. So interestingly, when we played the music, now I told Rich, you know, because I know how hard I work. I know the late nights when I stay up 4 or 5 in the morning. Got to pick my son up at 6:37. I'm tired. I'm high. I know how hard I work. I know how many nights I stay up. And I'm just watching interview after interview, watching how artists conduct themselves in a manner where maybe a question came across that they didn't want to hear. Not the obvious perks of what looks good. The shit that goes wrong. Little mechanics to try to. So I know musically, once again, the easiest part for me is to press play. That's the easiest part. I got you if you telling me press play. I was lit. It's all the other stuff that come with it that may block the blessing of saying, yo, let me hear what you got.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I told Rich straight up, hey, Rich, tell me now, when I press play, you're going to like my shit. I know you're going to like my shit. All I'm asking, be a real nigga, and just give me the credit, give me my name, bro. Just let them know you work with a nigga named Hemi. I just wanted my name. Right. I just need my name. I could work for everything else. Once again, that's all the journey and all the Texas route, being on my own, fighting over a bag of new. Like, I know how to hold my own. I just need the opportunity. That's when, once again, in Texas, I learned nothing's more expensive than a missed opportunity.
Right.
Sometimes that may mean ain't even about the dollar.
That's right.
Niggas would be chasing a couple of thousands when it's millions in store for you.
That's right.
You chasing them thousands, you slipped off a track or going to the millions.
That's right.
You chasing the thousands. So it's a mind thing.
I come with wisdom, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Long story short, I play Break the Pot. First record. first 4 bars, he told me cut it off and load it up. Just like that.
First 4 bars.
Cut it off. First 4 bars. And at the time, I ain't even gonna say that. But at the time, the producer who did it, you get what I'm saying, the actual record, that would have been, like, the way it could have went, just would have been monstrous. But that's the politics in the game.
Right.
Long story short, Rich Boi, out that whole situation, probably one of the realest niggas that kept it real with me in that situation. That's why we still cool to this day. It's deeper than music and shit.
Got my dog Hemi, you know what I'm saying? Yo. My Art North Connect right here. That's how we connected the dots, you feel me? I felt like, you know, a lot of artists was coming out, just down south artists, you know, down south artists, just putting down south artists on stuff. And I always mess with up north, you know what I'm saying, this side of town. I work from Dill Set to Jim Zone. You know, Hemi was in the studio, man. He was coming up with that heat. And we just vibed, we just locked up. And he came up with that hook, Break the Pot. Like, man, that shit crazy.
Break the Pot.
You know what I'm saying?
He did Break the Pot. Break the Pot wasn't even done to be on the album. It was just a record. Or for the vibe.
Yeah, just some shit y'all was putting together.
Yeah. I had the record. I played the form. He loved it. He jumped on it immediately. He did that record right then and there, quicker than anything in the first 3-4 days. Like I said, we didn't even speak.
All right.
I was just there out of support and, you know, showing love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to meet him. He was a star. I loved his music. I was there out of support. Of course, I wanted to get a couple of my records off to see if he would like it, of course. I'm not going to say it loud, but to be honest, in the bottom of my heart, like I said, the first 3 days prior to me even saying what I'm about to say, we didn't even speak.
Yeah.
First 3-4 days. It was just more of I'm in the session, playing my role, being assertive if I need. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
So he did Break the Pot, and he took, I guess, the records he did back out to Alabama. Shouts to DJ Bigger Ranks. Bigger Ranks must have heard Break the... Yeah, shouts to Bigger Ranks. Bigger Ranks, I think, heard Break the Pot and told Rich, like, yo, this is it. And Rich had already liked it anyway. So I guess from another co-signing, once he got back to Alabama from somebody he respected, it was like, all right, let's put it on a mixtape. So it was like a process after that. It was just like a call after call after call, maybe a week, a month. It was going on a mixtape. I was just geeked it was going on Rich Boi mixtape.
Yeah.
Yo, shit might be on his album. Oh shit, I'm just like lying. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this shit might be the single. Get the fuck out of here. This shit might be the album title. Get the fuck out. You know, it was just blessings, bro. You know, a lot of that stuff was out of my hands, to be honest.
Yeah, let go. Throw 100 on the 50, try break the pot. Let go. Beat his band straight to the top. Throw 100 on the 50, try break the pot. Have you ever spent 150,000 cash on a court case? Walk up out that bitch, grab your nuts and turn back on the base. Big wheels with that monster knot. Box of leg with the big fly.
Oh, a lot to
When I pull up on the spot,
Rich kind of gave me my first strike. Most niggas was throwing curveballs and knuckleballs.
Right, and again, I'm gonna tell you,
a strike to hit a home run.
I'm gonna tell you from the outside looking in why that works out for you like that, man. And it's what you hashtag all the time, nigga. Humble Henny. You know what I'm saying? Humble Hemi. That humbleness that you got, because that's all I hear from you. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you are. That humbleness gonna keep bringing them blessings your way, God. Trust me.
Appreciate it.
Gonna keep bringing them your way, man. So let's get into, you know what I'm saying, what you got jumping off right now, because you got some hot shit. You got, you know what I'm saying, that Kill 'Em All Dead, that shit is hot. You know what I'm saying? The joint, what's the joint with the Jodeci sample? That shit is banging. I mean, let's talk about that.
So after the Rich Boi situation, MTV, all that came out, whatever. I was doing all of that with no management. Little did people know. So once again, musically, I was ready. Artist-wise, I wasn't ready. I didn't have cameraman. I didn't have producer when I should have. I'm fucking got the #3 video worldwide on MTV with Rich Boi.
Right.
From the last person that did that was Polo the Don.
Right.
So for me, and my perspective, my aspect, knowing where I came from, how hard I worked, my journey, I started throwing myself in the category with those names, and knowing I didn't have the same credentials or achievements as these guys. But I looked at it as the fact. That was my motivation. I didn't have big entourage. I didn't have, once again, management like a lot of artists I was up against, but I'm still clicking and making moves that they're not making. So that was the gift and the curse of it. Sometimes it feels like, well, damn, maybe he was going too fast. You blew the engine out. You try to do 140 in a Honda Civic. That ain't gonna work.
Right.
In that type of form. So, I kind of took steps back. A lot of stuff started happening where I had to open my eyes. Here come the business part. Here come contracts. Here come yada, 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 yada. A lot of that stuff had to put a pause on the music because it's like, yo, you entering, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you getting in the
don't
business
say you got
aspect
next.
now.
Yeah, you don't say you got next and you Carmelo Jim and Westbrook and all these, they gonna eat your ass alive type shit.
Right.
So I had to, I was up against the wolves, and I really wasn't a wolf myself yet. I was just a newborn wolf.
Right.
Kind of went like straight to the league when I probably needed a year in college, to be honest. So, I was up against a bunch, not knowing nothing, just having good music and self-respect. You get what I'm saying? And I had to figure it out. Publishing, management.
Right.
How this shit work moving forward. People coming at me. Booking, shows, proper representation. I was doing so much, really trying to get so much done. It's just like, damn, I'm kind of burning myself out. I got tired after a while.
You getting a crash course. You having to learn as you go.
You get what I'm saying? And that's the gift and the curse. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, behind the smile, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
No doubt.
So this is, once again, I was the most confused when musically to the people it may look like I'm out of here.
Right.
That's when I was the most confused. When shit was on TV.
Right.
I couldn't do nothing the same thing. He broke one Dutch, he broke. I had to buy boxes of Dutches, like the perception of me, everything was different. Everything. The people, my friends, family, not to say in a bad way. Just everything was just,
everybody had a new perception of you.
It was different, bro, and that's when I needed people the most during that time. It was like people were straying away from me. I don't know what it was. What was going on, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. So we moved. We did the Break the Pot joint, and then we dropped AM HEMI.
Right.
Now that had a lot of label and perks behind it, and that's why it looked the way it looked. You get what I'm saying? Shouts to Big Ben. It did me a hell of a favor. Even I got a few clips on the tube. I ain't even have a YouTube channel, bro, at that time. So that just goes to show you, like, well, we got a few clips up where we got a clip where Big Ben tell you straight up, like, yo, I hate new artists. I played my shit for Big Ben once again. The easiest part for me is to press play. I played my shit for Big Ben. Big Ben went crazy. Nah, he got it. So musically at that time, it was no Instagram. Just, putting the plays and how things are now. So I was kind of like ahead of my time, bro, once again, when I kind of needed that 1 year in college. Was making auto-tune. For people who know Hemi, who know Dot Deals, Him Hot, before him, I've been doing auto-tune type records.
Right.
Pocket change. She said she loved me because my pocket change is so long. My pop did that in 07. That sound of music. I knew where the music was going before it was going there. I was in Texas.
Right.
I came from New York. I was in Texas and learned that culture of school music. I got the foundation of the South.
Right.
So once I got back to New York, I knew where the music was going.
No doubt.
Sonically, I knew where it was going. That's why my sound was ahead of time where most people couldn't catch it.
Right.
The musicians caught it, the creators caught it. Oh shit, yo, that's fire. That's why the records got across to the musicians, a dude like Rich Boi.
Right.
Just as well as me, if not better. You get what I'm saying? He already been through what I'm going through. He knows creativity. So that helped me understand, it might be a person who loves music, then he might come across a person who's a creator just like you. He might like the record that might not even be the single. But he just understands your creativity, he understands your artistry. Exactly. So we did the AM HEMI joint, and that was well. And once again, it was a bunch of politics to where nothing came out. And if you really pay attention, I don't got no videos outside of the Rich Boy joint.
Right. I was going to ask you about
everything else was just me trying to formula. I was trying to do things outside of artistry. I already knew I was good at creating music once again. I was trying to build label and team things before trying to shoot a video, when probably I should have been trying to shoot a real video and saying fuck the labels and fuck, not the labels, but fuck trying to create my team.
Right.
So that was the gift and the curse. I'm out trying to build a foundation around me, knowing, you know, if I could get here with one wing, imagine if somebody helped me build another wing. I could carry niggas on my back and you're going to learn how to fly, so on and so forth. And, you know, it's enough money for everybody.
Right, right.
To get all the money, you got to share the money. You get what I'm saying in that sense. So as I'm trying to do that, it was just hard, bro. Just a big confusion. It took me 2 years from AM HEMI to drop Off the Muscle.
Right.
That big gap between 2 years is a long time in music, especially the way music. Niggas
that's
drop
forever in the game.
mixtapes a day.
Yeah, niggas will forget about you.
So I lost so much ground once again. No management, no proper. I was already a dad. Came into the game. My daughter 13. Break the Pot came out 2014.
Right.
Come on, bro. I was already a dad coming up. I already had priorities that was at stake, where my decisions that I was making were a little different from people around me and the people who I guess were involved with what I got or acting like they were.
Right.
My decision making was different. Maybe they wanted me to go left when my priorities had me. I have to go right. I have to go straight, or I have to stop, or I have to back up, whatever the case may be.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So a lot took place where I wasn't really into the music when I should have been on it. 3,000. There was just too much going on. I didn't understand. I didn't have nobody in my ear to guide me. I was learning from every wrong mistake.
Gotcha.
Opposed to people guiding me. The only people who was guiding me were the people who weren't around me. A dude like Rich Boi from an alley. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was the confusion. Like, how the fuck it took a dude from Mobile, Alabama. I'm in the Bronx. Manhattan is a half an hour from me.
Right, right.
I'm closer to the record labels than he is.
Yo, that's how it worked.
So I work a mysterious day.
That's right. That's how it worked.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just like I said, I got a bunch of stories. We did AM HEMI. We did Off the Muscle after that. Off the Muscle was probably my most favorite project out of whatever I've done, because I know that shit was literally off my everything, blood, no help.
That shit was literally
like,
off the muscle.
Like literally off the muscle. I'm calling around asking for help.
Yeah.
I see Grizzly saying they acting like they don't hear me. They acting like they don't see me. They acting like they don't know. I'm the nigga on the TV. Like, and sometimes I used to wish it was somebody else that I got love for, so I could show them the type of support I would have gave, and it's not because it's me.
Right.
And that was another thing I had to understand. You know, people got their own lives and their own dreams and their own, you know, nobody gonna run behind a nigga all day or me. You know, I had to understand that too. All right, that's true. It's your dream, Jimmy. You gotta make this shit work for you.
Right.
Everything's figure-outable. You get what I'm saying? In that nature. We did Off the Muscle. Off the Muscle ain't have no promotion, no views, no, that shit was just like, it was just, but I loved it.
Right.
I loved it. I loved that one the most. That was just like, from the beat to the session, the way I wrote the rhyme. There's just a bunch was going on. My son was born. The money was low.
But you made
the
it happen.
expectation was so high. I damn near had a $7,000 baby shower I couldn't afford. It just was a lot going on, man. It is what it is. Baby, who I am today. Off the Muscle came out. We did a few records. I dropped the Blue Fire with Jeremiah on that joint.
Right, right.
You know, you just, as an artist, you got to drop your stuff on the proper platform, the proper way. Sometimes that patience is better than the hit record you think it is. Music, the right record is timeless, so it ain't about the time, how quick you putting it out. These are little things that are to understand. So something hit where it was like, it ain't the music. It ain't my dreams that's gonna take away this confusion. It ain't the music, because you doing the music, it's just not connecting yet. And the people that it do connect with, once again, they're not around you as much as you probably would need them to be for you. You know, the right people in your corner. Right. You out of it. Life could change in a New York second. Fuck a New York minute. In a New York second, your life could change. The right text, the right call, the right train ride, the right cab, the right walk. You never know. You never know. So, you know, presentation, just showing up is half the battle.
Wrap 'em up, be done. I'm talking bigger bullets, bigger guns. South Bronx, I do this shit for fun. Word to KRS-One, these rap niggas do me nothing. Hear me stunting, they be fronting. It's whatever for them hundreds. Whopping Bobo in my ear, they like Hemi push the button. 4 niggas, 4 burners, I ain't talking about an oven. Conversation ain't about money, you ain't talking about nothing. Had a dream I was broke, when I woke up I was broke. Roaches running around the kitchen while I'm lighting up a roach. At the window like a Malcolm X, I'm hugging on my toast by any means necessary. Can't tell my kids no. Got me looking for a rapper in the ghost. Like Casper, I don't fly through a nigga dope. I'm a bastard, daddy wasn't round, he a hoe. This for my real niggas who love to see another real nigga blow.
Off the Muscle is out, limited shows. I'm looking like I'm not the artist that was on, you know, it's just like, well, how you not popping? You know, how you ain't take off from this?
Margarita sipping, damn you look tremendous. First class flights, lames call it tricking. Keep it real to you, even though you heard I'm pimping. Mommy independent and it's turning me on.
Again, you know, that was prior to a lot of stuff that wasn't even in my control. A lot of stuff that I didn't know, you know. Sometimes loyalty would make me look a fool in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you in that.
I kind of got caught up in that where I lost myself. I lost who I was as an artist. And artistry goes so long, so far, bro. These niggas will take any part of their creativity as they can. So that was another part of frustration where it was just like these niggas are smiling in my face and trying to sound like me.
Right.
These niggas are smiling in my face and dressing like me. And I know it may sound a little cliche as far as that pettiness is dressing, but entertainment, image is just as good as the record.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Image is everything. So a lot of stuff, it would pop out. So it always showed me a lot of different ways that people's intention. It wasn't like they was obviously giving me a hard time. Yeah, I was trying to be me before me. Oh, I get it.
Right. They trying to take your shit and run with it.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to say it in that manner, but, you know, just part of the confusion. It was just a bunch going on where things like that would come around where I could be working with a situation or a project and it don't turn out when they don't got the heart, soul, and the ambition you got. Everybody thinking this shit is just what it looked like. So Hemi did it, I could do it the same. No, you can't. This shit is a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, not money.
Right. It's work, man.
The passion makes the money. The money don't make the passion. So yeah, you could go out and go pay for studio time. That don't mean the record gonna be hot. Every studio session has a genius when it's a hit.
Right.
Some sort of genius in that session, some way, somehow, some sort of musical ability. So, you know, that goes back to the foundations of the music and what I know and how to structure a record, how to put a record together, how to change up the structure, you know, things of that nature. That's where I will help people out with records throughout that time.
Right, because see, a lot of niggas could spit, but everybody can't make a record. It's a difference.
And a lot of people can make records, but there's no content. So it's still a balance to it. You get what I'm saying? Just overall speaking on the creative process, like, you know, that once again, every album that came out, just believes it was one or two writers. Like, don't get it fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to earn your right to say, get out my session. I got this. And them labels behind you, that money behind you, when they spin a bag on you, you on paperwork or something, it's a different process. This shit is work now. Now you are an employee of a record label.
That's right.
You're not the star yet. You got to prove yourself. So that's where, you know, a lot of people just think it was easy. Once again, I didn't have a video. I'm going through all of this, no management, no video. Who was going to see me, realistically? How much did I think promoting Break the Pot or whatever was going on? Did you really think that was going to get you to deal with it? No. Or a situation? No. It probably could have, but at the same time, you got to keep working. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah.
Consistency. So off the muscle is out. It's not doing too well. I'm in my bag. That came about. My uncle came home from prison, 40 years in prison.
Right.
That was the turnaround. And once again, what I said, I knew it was something. God had a bigger blessing for me than what I thought my blessing should have been, which was my dream of music. Nah, nigga. Your family coming back together, things of that nature. So for so long in my family, once again, I've always been in the streets because my family always been missing a male boy, that manly boy.
Right.
Once again, I learned everything the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So that was me trying to figure it out, trying to help my moms, my family in some aspect of some manly boy where it's like, once I seen my family good, it's like, all right, go outside and try to make something happen. I'm back in the house. Once I see them good, I'm right back out. I might be in the house for 2 seconds, right back out. As long as I see food in the refrigerator, everybody ate, y'all good, I'm gone.
Right.
I got to make something happen. You get what I'm saying? We did Back in My Bag. I did Ballin' Like the Rucker for EBC, Rucker Park. Rest in peace, Greg Marius. He passed away this past year. And that was an opportunity in disguise through my uncle. So on now, I got somebody in my corner that I know is going to ride with me, win, lose, or draw.
Right.
He don't know about the music, but it's just some sort of back, some sort of support. You get what I'm saying?
Right, I feel you.
Sometimes you just need to know somebody got your back. He don't know nothing musically. I just know he got my back. This is Sammy, my uncle.
Right.
It's something in which my relationship with him was just straight jail visits.
Right.
I know my uncle from more of jail, seeing him in jail than anything. So that's part of how I grew up and how, you know, I was seeing a lot of stuff as a kid. I was in Attica visits at the age of 4, back and forth, weekend after weekend after weekend. He did 40 years. So my whole relationship, to see him on the streets was enough for me.
Right.
Listen, I could touch you. That was,
I know what you're saying.
bigger than the music. It was bigger than the music, bro. Bigger than the music. Bigger than the music. So I had got shot the day Michael Jackson died.
Right.
We was outside listening to it. Devil came around. Some BS happened. Wrong place, wrong time. I got shot the day Michael Jackson died. And I took a cab to the hospital. Michael Jackson was playing as I got shot. The cab ride to the hospital, Michael Jackson was playing. When we got in the hospital, Michael Jackson was playing through the radio from the little secretaries or whatever doing the front desk page. It was just Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael. It was just, I don't know if that was a sign, but it was just playing. Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. And I was kind of like, they tried to kill two kings at once. That's how I took it. That was I was out here for a real reason.
That's right.
Then his music was playing, and you know, it just, I don't know, something in me, it clicked. Kind of turned back to the music, my uncle home. Not that I ever really got away from the music, to be honest, but it was just like a little pause.
Yeah.
Even if you hear Off the Muscle sounds dark. If I take off Blue Fire or the Curly records on there, it sounds dark. It sounds...
Yeah, because you're going through a dark period.
It sounds the way it sounds, and that's not Hemi. You get what I'm saying? I like to make fun records. Not to say those records aren't, you know, effective, but you can hear the difference in the music. You get what I'm saying? Long story short, kind of got back to the music. We did Ballin' Like the Rucker for Rucker Park.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was just, how the hell nobody thought about doing a Ballin' Like a Rucker Park anthem or whatever.
Anthem after all these years.
This is once again, these rappers get so caught up in the ego of wanting to be that person opposed to making moves. The minute I got the opportunity to create and meet Greg Marius and Gus from the EBC, the creators and founders of EBC.
But that also
I already knew what I wanted. The first,
too, though.
Oh yeah, that's the love of ball,
you know what I'm
too.
saying?
That's a fact. Never looked that in it.
So a lot of niggas wouldn't even thought about that.
Yeah. So I'm looking for so much, any kind of work musically. That opportunity came to be a part of the Rucker musically.
Yeah.
Or just help out. You know, Greg and Gus, shouts to them, rest in peace, Greg. They gave me a dope opportunity. I already knew what I was going to do from that opportunity without even telling them.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you, I would just come around at the office, even if it's not for now. Y'all need help? whatever. I'm at the office making sure I'm on game. So I guess, that was the, I'm kind of bigger thoughts than a rapper. I don't like to put myself in a rapper. The people kind of told me I should rap.
Right.
I always knew I was brighter than, just rapping or creating. It's bigger than that. So with the Rucker joint, I did the Rucker record, Ballin' Like the Rucker. Rest in peace, Ali Mo. Threw a couple of legends in there. Shout out to Shamgar Wells, one of the dribbling coaches out in the Dallas Mavericks. J5 was good. I had my cousin J5 make sure I had the legendary permission at the end of the day to even pronounce these dudes' name on the record or whatever. I reached out to my boy Kev Bell. Shout out to Kev Bell. He went to Rice too. So this is where, shout out to Kev Bell. That's Kev Bell was like the first LeBron James, for the people who didn't know, but that's another story though. We'll get into that. Yeah. That's a whole nother story. Kev Bell growing up, he really was that dude. But Kev Bell got me the G-Pass for the Ali Mo thing, being that he rest in peace. I actually wanted to shoot the video the proper way where I went to the block and maybe got his brother, somebody out the family to put a tribute together. I wanted to do it right. That's why the video didn't come out. Long story short, we put the record together, and that took a year and a half to pick up the way I saw the vision. The thing about a vision, it takes a while to come to play.
Right.
ESPN picked it up, Ballin' Like the Rucker, because NBA TV is sponsored Rucker. So that was my thing. Like, how did I see all these sponsors they tied to and nobody think of this?
Right.
Ballin' Like the Rucker took over a year and a half. ESPN, NBA TV. I'm going hard, get money. A lot of the when the games were going on. Mm-hmm. Now in the Rucker, they have a lot more people from out of town that come see the games.
Right.
It's a bigger fan base. Yeah. People from Australia, England. And after a while, the people would ask me, am I performing that today? Even if I just come, you perform. And it dawned on me, like, this joint hitting. Oh, it was on ESPN. I didn't know. People were asking.
You become synonymous with the Rucker.
You get what I'm saying? So that was a dope opportunity for me right there. That shot my joint right back up. Another TV move.
Right.
Once again, I really didn't have the videos. I really wasn't me shooting videos for a song or, trying to make it look like a rapper thing. Come sign me today. I kind of was doing because I seen how the Break the Pot thing worked. Oh, I got it. That showed me that $1 million recipe, and I remembered it.
Right.
I just was using the structure of how Break the Pot came about to anything and applied that to everything else. And that was, that was bigger than rap. I got that on TV. So that was my money as far as me not having management, lawyer, money for lawyer to do with the paperwork wise. It was a risk, but it was something I had to do in my state of what I had going on with my 2 kids. That's how I made my money. Off of my work, off of my moves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that worked for me at that time. Rest in peace, Greg. He passed away. So it was what it was. I'm still a part of the EBC dope stuff going on every year for the kids. I make sure y'all come out there, man. If you ever in the New York area, check out the Rucker. Rest in peace, Greg Marius. Once again, he passed away. I was one of the co-founders of the Rucker, EBC Entertainment Passport Classic. So, we kind of tried to leave it where it was. I didn't want to, out of respect, do too much. There's a lot of new stuff going on over there. But the record's still dope, but that was a dope opportunity for me. You know what I'm saying? So after that, we dropped AM HEMI, Back in My Bag. Now, prior to this, once again, music, is a time thing almost. So even when I did Off the Muscle, when I did my mixtape Off the Muscle and I put it out, that piff, you never know who's watching that piff. Once again, I started hearing artists doing a lot of muscle talking and they rap.
Right.
So I don't want to sit here and say, all right, that artist stole my idea. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, Hemi did do Break the Pot on a national level, #3 record. I got to be out my rabbit ass mind if I don't think, even if the numbers don't look like it or whatever, people not checking out what's being done.
Right, niggas is watching.
You never know. So, to me as a creator, it's like, damn, every time I wear black, I keep going around the corner, people wearing black. After a while, it was but so much of a coincidence. So it'd be like a lot of muscle talk. Back in my bag, I've been had back in my bag. Back in my bag, you hear me saying that on off the muscle.
Right.
For the people who really follow my project. You hear me bag talking on Off the Muscle. I did that in 2015. So hear the way the bag movement and in my bag, and a lot of artists pop from the bag, and it's just amazing. It's dope. I'm not even upset about it. It's dope.
Right.
It just helps me understand, nigga, you better stop playing. You out here bunting with $1 million ideas and niggas is hitting home runs with them same ideas.
Right,
you playing. So that helped me understand, all right, shut up. It made me move a different way. I don't want nobody in my sessions. I don't want nothing over nothing. Because I got tired of the, niggas was wave riding. Got tired of it. To where it started to come to my closest people doing it. To now, I got people putting out records they gave me 2 years ago I put out.
Right.
And it's just like, damn, the creativity is that low where you figure, well, Hemi ain't doing nothing with that record. Let me put it out.
All right, nigga gonna ride your wave before you ride your wave.
Once again, back to probably what I said, I was around a situation where it was like people wanted to be me before I got a chance to be me. I just said that half an hour prior to us getting to this point.
Yeah.
So that was just part of, once again, the growth, understanding. So Back of My Bag come out, I always had a trick up my sleeve, a move to make, you get what I'm saying? Back of My Bag came out, I just kept with the hustle, you know what I mean? Once again, I'm leaving a lot of stuff out, but I done been in sessions with Wyclef, you name them. Anybody, and it ain't about the music. It's just time is time, and it's just a mental thing.
Right. Let me ask you,
understanding.
Have you do any writing for anybody? Cause I ain't gonna lie, like I said, I hear your swag and a lot of niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about that. I know sometimes you can't reveal that shit, but you know what I'm saying? Just might be the confirmation. Cause like I said, I be hearing that shit.
I don't know what all you talking about, but like I say, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I ain't been it. I ain't in it. I don't know, bro. Like I said, I did break the pot. I know that. I did break the pot. I should say
you know what I'm saying? What's understood don't gotta be said, right? It's all good.
I don't know, bro. Like I said, I know I did break the pot. That's it, man. And like I said, creativity is a motherfucker, man.
Right.
You never know. You just never know. You don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. So that's why I don't know the facts. I don't, whatever. But I do know what Hemi do. So, I got a bunch of stuff, bro. You know what I mean? Break the Pot was just me getting on the airplane. Rich would show me where the airport was at. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rich. And we did Apollo, too. Me and Rich can speak. We're going to have some stuff coming up. You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes on that.
Yeah, I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to try to get him on the joint, too.
Man, Rich, my boy, man. Rich is a genius on the low, boy, man. He definitely know what he's doing. He moving a certain man as well.
No doubt.
So, I did a bunch of stuff, man. I got a bunch of stuff coming. Shout out to Thugged Out Thursday. He got the new podcast jumping. Shout out to Mike Wu Ching Bing. Shout out to Nori. Man, I got so much to say, man.
At this point, are you signed with somebody now, or what?
Nah, I've never been.
I ain't
signed.
think so.
That was
you
another
still moving.
thing.
You still moving solo.
I've never been signed, man. That was another thing. Shit, you got people talking for you. Ain't no telling what's being said.
Right.
So, you got Goldie blockers down here too.
Yeah, that's probably. That's a probably never good part of your gift and your curse, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can move how you want to move.
Yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to make it seem like it's just like 100% independent. I just know my work. My work got me here. Word of mouth got me here. Nobody put me here. I work for this shit. There ain't no motherfucking soul on this earth who can say they gave me something. I done took handshakes over the money. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, niggas know that. So I cater to work. I care about the work. You get what I'm saying? I only take offense when I feel violated from my work.
Right.
It's one thing for the money.
And that's why I said your work ethic stands for suckers. Look, a few weeks ago you was on Sirius, right?
Yeah. I was up there. I was up there the other day. I don't know if that's the time we was talking about. Shout out to Great Grizzly.
Yeah.
Great Grizzly got to be out and be on the lookout for that.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That's a good look, like I said, for an independent artist. So that's like I said, it just goes to show, you know what I'm saying, you putting your work in. Cause you seeing shit that a lot of niggas never gonna see. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. Trying, like I said, trying. And I could be petty the way the game is going. I could be petty. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I could be petty, and to give you a petty example because I'm an advocate for that hard-working artist who never got a swing, who deserve a swing. I'm an advocate for them. So this is where music is at. It's a type of pettiness that might go on. Like, you got me, for example, like how you saying, oh, you're serious. I could be petty and go charge somebody who want to rap who don't know what I know a price just to get in Philly.
Right.
Iris. If I wanted to be a greaseball, if it was about the money, if it was, you know, how the culture coaches do it, I could go grab him. I could sit on front of the bus on any corner in New York City as a rapper.
Yep.
Come on. Give me $50. I'll bring you with me to Cyrus. I could come up alone, but I ain't that type of person.
Right.
So, you know, it's a lot of bogus work going on that's stopping the growth of music. Because you're not giving, I don't want to say a chance, you're not even giving the proper musical attention to the proper musicians. And that's just like my only biggest thing, you know. I wish we could change. I wish, in which I'm trying to help change, and where, you know, let's appreciate music again. You get what I'm saying? I just feel the music part. That's why, once again, Break the Pot was a blessing. Rich appreciate. It wasn't about who wrote it, where he didn't care about that. That nigga liked it, and then it is what it. That simple. So the more we could get back to that type of mentality, simplicity. If it's hot, it's hot. If it's not, it's not. If it's white, it's white. If it's black, it's black. Not gray.
That's right.
So that's how it looks. Now it look blue from over here, but it might be black, and then you confused. Move. I get rid of those type of people because they're setting the wrong example. So, you know, I'm just trying to lead by example, bro, and show, you know, you don't need a record deal to be successful in music, especially in today's era with the way technology is. Shit, well, we got one record store. When the last time you see Break the Pot might be the last album ever. So even that, like, that's classic for me. Like, I was a part of an album era. Like,
right.
Beauty. Nigga, that was Beauty. I was on 106 in Park.
Right.
Even though it was whatever, that was a part of like, those are the blessings to me. That meant more than sometimes any of the money I made. Just knowing my kids could go look that up. I be in the crib, my kids are keeping me on my toes. Just yesterday, my son, bro, Daddy, when you coming back on TV? That's the most pressure, not what the fuck niggas think. That's the most, my kids.
Right.
They want to know, Daddy, I want to go to the school. When your next session? I got to think, man, when is your next session? Like, all right. So, you know, on, bro. Gotta chase it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And gotta have heart.
Team Hemi billions worth. Sour got my chest hurt. I was out networking. Yeah, I was out networking. Homicide, text squirting. Real one, rap is nervous. Hammer in the Birkin. I got her twerking for a bag. She gon' wipe me down. The internet got the streets all watered down. It ain't circus season, but I see these niggas clowns. Chain swinging like Floyd in the 9th round. I'm counting money, never worried about a rumor. A hollow tip, a slower hater down, Grand Pooba. I'm moving with the movers, shaking with the shakers. 100 grams on the scale, see where it can take us. Back to the basics. Kill 'em all dead. Rock-a-bye, baby. 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 Kill 'em all dead. Rock-a-bye, baby.
He's a genius, man.
Hemi.
Pure, unadulterated, man. Would you please shut the fuck up before you ever see this? Man, suck my dick.
Moving like a snail, let a slug fly. I'm in a model crib, neck like a bow tie. Beam a milkshake cream when I float by. And I ain't leaving till the coke dry. And y'all been acting like shooters all year. Statue of Liberty, I fire in the air. I'm down to Saks Fifth, new loops by the pair. Ric Flair, yeah. I smoke sour till my chest pop. I'm from where the fiends selling kids Xbox. You can have a whole nigga, that's my Xbox. She be eating up the gun, that's a headshot. Hemi shitting on these niggas, no rest stop. They ain't riding, they just test drive. They dead. Kill them all dead. Rockabye, baby. 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 Hemi.
Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that episode, man. My nigga Hemi. Hit him up on Instagram, man. Hit him up on IG. Hemi. Support his movement, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to datpiff.com. You know what I'm saying? Search Hemi, man. Get all them mixtapes, man. Back in my bag. You know, off the muscle. Go and get all that joint. You know what I'm saying? Go to iTunes, man. Download that Breaking the Pot. You know what I'm saying? Anything you find Hemi, support that, man. Do that for him. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get that in return. He's going to bring you some good music in return, man. And like I said, I just hope y'all enjoy it. I hope y'all learned something. That's the key to all of these shows, that y'all learning something, man. But again, go to IG, man. Hit him up. Hemi. You can hit me up on IG, you know what I'm saying? At different_perspective_podcast. You know what I'm saying? Definitely do that. Go to iTunes. You know what I'm saying? People having trouble finding, I don't know. Just go to iTunes, man, and search Lucid Networks. You'll see my picture pop up, man. And go ahead and subscribe to the podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? Same thing on Google Play, man. Subscribe. Same thing on SoundCloud, man. A Different Perspective Podcast. Subscribe and download, man. And hit me up, you know what I'm saying, at shotgunbeats@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? Different ways to get in touch with me, but yo, do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me know show topics, what y'all think, who y'all want to hear, all that, you know. Joe, like always, live life lucid, man. I'm going till next time. Peace.